Right, okay, we're going to whip the front bumper off so we can get a better look at a couple of other things on this car out of the Defender. So you probably all know where the bolts are, but we'll show them anyway and then I'll just whip them off. Two here, behind the bumper, that point down, come and have a quick look. On this side. Those two there, big long bolts, and there's a hole around the back of the chassis. Squirt up some WD-40 in there, pre-soak it the night before. Same with this side, two bolts on the top there. Drown it with WD-40 or whatever you've got around the back on the threads. Give it a chance to soak in overnight and make the job easy to get off. A couple more bolts underneath on this, attached to the ball bar on this one. Go through that one there. So we're going to whip that one off and that one off as well. And then that should release the front bumper and the ball bar together. There were some lovely long ratchets about these days. Extra long ratchet there, and the best ones I've seen, which I've used on the other DVDs, are the extendable ones, so you get the choice of short or long. Brilliant. But okay, just going to use a spanner on the bolts on the top, big ratchet on the one underneath, whack them out with the hammer. If you're going to use them again, leave the nut on the end of the thread, put a punch in the end so you don't mushroom the end of the thread over like that, and you won't never get the nut back on. Punch in the end, tap it through with the hammer, or unwind it if it's rusty, it'll come out. Back in a second, we've got it off. We'll have a look at the rest of it. Right, got the bolt off. Just use the punch on the end, whack it out. And the bolt's actually bent, so I must have clumped something. Can't think of what it is offhand, but it's done loads in Spain. I was also hiding the towing eye. Right, that's them, and a washer. Right, next job, I couldn't get the bolts that slide out the top, hit the plastic grill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plastic, 8 screws on the plastic grill. I've already undone a few, and there's two awkward ones down there that if you use the right screwdriver on in the hole, you can still. I can go from the back on this one. Even at a 35-degree angle, you can still get them undone if you're lucky. If not, a screwdriver bit, like the ones that the little screwdriver bit ends that go in the interchangeable tools, stick that in a spanner or a ratchet, baby ratchet, depending on what sort of ball bar you've got, obviously, and put it in there and unwind it as if it was a bolt. Just put some pressure on it, hold it in the screw thread. Lovely, that's that. It's in one bit. Bit of a repaint required. Just stick that up there for now. Right, now the bolt's going to come out the top. They're monsters. If the front end of your car's all loose, then do it with someone so that you don't end up getting whacked on the head. Mind your paintwork if you're levering it off. You've got a wraparound one. Lovely. God, it looks naked already. 5 minutes work, naked car. Right. Okay, I'll park this up. Work out what I'm doing next, and I'll be back in a second. Excellent. Right, next job. Removing this front panel. I've already half done it. Wasn't expecting too many problems, but I was expecting a couple, and we've got them. 4 self-tapping screws along the top, and inside the panel on the right is where you get to the bolts to unbolt your wing if you want to come and have a look. It's part of the DVD. We like to show you where we nuts and bolts are so you don't miss any. There's 2 up the top there that go into the wing, and there's 1 down the side here, and both of these ones have captive nuts gripped in a metal bracket so the bolts are wind into, and both of them are that rusty that the captive nut is spinning off. So that will lead us into another job, which is taking the wheel arch liner out, because that's the easiest way, the way that gives you the most access to get to the back of the bolt with your mole grips. So Now let's go and take the wheel arch liner off. Back in a sec. Right, let's whip the expansion bottle off. Have a look. 200 TDI. 2 bolts there. 1 bolt there. I've half unwound them so we don't spend hours filming it. Pop them too. So take the weight as you do it. Captive nuts, if you're lucky, are still there in place. Now this one is the one that's probably more likely to be seized. If it is, and your captive nut on the back of it, shell on the back of it starts to spin, then I'll show you where that is, but you can get mole grips around the back of it. Pointy ones are the best, and that will allow you to undo it, hopefully. Right, so let's rest that out of the way. Haven't got a break into the water system for that, luckily. That will do. Gives us a bit more access, and now we can get to this bit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 self tappers, so a nice easy job. And we'll whip them off. Hopefully you're not going to have a problem with them. We'll whip them off and we'll have a look. Back in a sec. Right, okay, next bit, flexible wheel arch. Come and have a look, show you where the clips are. These are the clips. Push them in, and then this little plastic pin, see that? Pushes in the back end and mushrooms it out, stop it coming out. Simple, plastic rivet. Right, there's a big line of them up here, come have a look. All the way over the top. In the back corner here there's a little 10mm, back round here there's a little 10mm nut and bolt, holds it to the sill. And to get them out, some of them are a little bit stuck. I used a little punch, I've left one in, I've already popped them all out so we can see it coming off. Put the pin punch on the end, give it a tap. Yep, I heard that go all the way through. It's a little bit fatter than the hull. So I've also got a little 2mm Allen key I can put on the end, push it all the way through if it doesn't go through. Pop them all the way through. You are going to lose some of the pins, so before you do this job, order up a couple of packets of new ones. So what you can't rescue or doesn't come out, because when you rip them out, we've already done it off camera. All the teddies being thrown out the pram, and about half of them had their heads ripped off because they just had to come out. Anyway, screwdriver or helicopter going over the top, leaving those pliers under the head, pull it off, unless you're going to buy the proper trim clip removing tool, of which there are several. Right, so that's that. Take the last 2 out. Then that's it. Easy job. Lovely, nice bit of plastic. We'll have a quick look before we crack on with the next bit, which is the inner arch. It looks naked now, looks like my Series 1. Okay, and this is the inner aluminium arch, so I'll get prepped and then we'll come back and film that bit coming off. Back in a second.